Hello Dragons, thanks for tuning in to our final episode of Inside the Dragons, where you're going to see our great graduation ceremonies and all the fantastic things that happen at the end of the school year. You'll see dinosaurs, you'll see ball games, you'll see our wonderful band. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy.
The Lake Orion Community Schools school year concluded with the opportunity to honor the students who have spent their careers in the district and now are moving on with the rest of their lives. Lake Orion held 3 ceremonies for nearly 540 Lake Orion High School graduates, more than 35 from the Learning Options High School and 9 from Pine Tree Center's Phases program.
Today's world is focused on the what more than the how. We are asked to give consideration for people based on race, gender, religion, politics, age, ethnicity. But it can be so easy. Just extend kindness to everyone without qualification. And that's what this class has done. As you move on from Lake Orion, always remember the power of your kindness. It's the gift you give others, and at the same time, you give yourself. We are counting on you to continue to be beacons of kindness in the world that needs it more now than ever. Continue to be kind to others and to yourself.
You are to be commended for your perseverance, teamwork, flexibility, and grit that got you here tonight. You are Dragons for Life. You are the class of 2022. Congratulations and go Dragons.
If you remember anything from your time in Lake Orion, remember this. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by your response. We are not just survivors. We are growers and doers and graduates and whatever you want to be. So congratulations to the Lake Orion High School class of 2022. I can't wait to see how you define yourselves in the years to come.
Finally, our senior year. We are thankful to resume to a regular school year with activities such as football games and fall sports, allowing fans to attend, homecoming week, marching band, clubs and activities all in full swing. However, senior year was changed forever, as I do feel it is important to take a moment to honor our friends and neighbors in Oxford, as November 30th school tragedy brought a sadness and devastation to our whole community. We will forever remember the lives lost that day, and it is my hope that each of us are able to learn and spread only kindness to one another moving forward.
Our graduating class today, through their steadfast determination, has been remarkable in so many ways, and we give them much credit for the successful navigation through their high school careers. This senior group has proven themselves in the classroom time and time again, evidenced by the scholarships being awarded to an unprecedented number of graduates. These graduates have garnered acclaim in the areas of visual and performing arts, and our athletes, under the direction of Mr. Chris Bell, have competed at the highest level. This group has contributed to many programs that have been highlighted and recognized at the state and national level. They have selflessly raised a record amount of money for charity, and they have exhibited an astounding commitment to service, contributing thousands of hours to the greater community.
Please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, Dragon. We have now graduated.
Here because you have grown so much over these years in high school and finally feel confident enough to just be you and know that that is truly good enough. Your uniqueness is something that empowered you to be brave and proud to be yourself. One of my favorite quotes from Michelle Obama's book, Becoming, is, "There's power in allowing yourself to be known and heard, in owning your unique story, in using your authentic voice."
John C. Maxwell once said, "The only guarantee for failure is to stop trying." At the beginning of the year, I wanted to give up. I didn't see myself graduating and standing here today, especially giving a speech. That said, I persevered and worked hard so I can be here today. Learning Options is such a small school. We are basically a family. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone is so supportive of each other. I'm sure the rest of the graduating class would agree.
Elizabeth Biernat. David Robert Birch Goff. Carson James Catteray.
Class of 2022, it is time to take the next step together. Please move your tassels from the right to the left side. Congratulations to all the graduates and your accomplishments.
These students in particular have helped us learn and grow. But most importantly, they help us remember that it's important to be here and now and to really look at the beautiful things that we encounter every day. If you would come up, Brandon, and accept your certificate. Peter, it's my honor. Visit Anna. Melissa Kester, come on out.
You will all be missed greatly, but never forgotten. I would like to present the 2022 Phases Graduation Brick that Frank didn't get you to sign, but it'll go up in the hallway along with the rest of the bricks of the graduates. And this way you really will never be forgotten.
The ceremonies mark the end for these students, but also the beginning of taking the lessons and skills they learned in the district and implementing them in the real world as proud dragons. When Orion Oaks Elementary opened in 1997, it was a significant step forward for the community. The school stood alone, away from neighborhoods, on the outside, but had a forward-thinking concept on the inside to connect with different areas. As education has evolved, so has Orion Oaks. Yet the vibrant school energy remains 25 years later.
Today is a super special celebration. Orion Oaks is 25 years old. So if there's
The weekly community circle was shifted to a virtual presentation for nearly all of the previous 2.5 years. And finally, getting the students in person for the assembly was meaningful. One of the unique elements at Orion Oaks is the opportunity to sing the school song. the elements which create the school culture continue.
At Orion Oaks, our mission is to be community, caring, respectful leaders.
For this ceremony, the students flashed back to events of 25 years ago.
Well, I know the president was Bill Clinton and the vice president was Al Gore. Did you know that a gallon of gas used to only cost $1.23? Wow, that's like music to my ears. Speaking of music, the top song was Candle in the Wind by Elton John, and the top album was Butterfly by Mariah Carey. The top movies was Titanic and The Men in Black.
One of the two teachers who have worked at Orion Oaks the entire time, Wendy Tait, spoke to the students about her experience.
It's been wonderful to be here for all 25 years. There's been a lot of change in those 25 years. When Orion Oaks opened, we were known as the new school and the technology school. Did you see that really old computer up there? We had computers. Whoa. We even got to go on this really cool thing called the internet. But only 4 of us at a time could do that. Orion Oaks was the vision of Chris Lehman, our very first principal. She designed Orion Oaks and thought of it as a multi-age school, and we've had a lot of change since then. When I was looking back, I counted 8 principals, partly because we had some assistant principals along the way. I know of Mr. Eric Whitney and Mr. Burt Quinn off the top of my head that weren't in our slideshow here. I believe we've had 8 principals, hundreds of staff members, and when I did a little bit of second grade math, I came up with thousands of students and family members over the years to this very special building.
Others attended and spoke, including former principal Drew Tollerton. The 5th graders are captured at the end of each year in a framed photo, and now their image will hang with the rest of the Oaks students as the school moves forward. One of the unique aspects of having Canterbury Village in the community is the connection of its resources to the Lake Orion students. In recent years, that has meant a visit to elementary schools from the realistic virtual dinosaurs, allowing students to reach beyond the books and understand a 3D version of what they have learned about an original species.
Well, we just came out, Dino Stroll's been visiting up at Canterbury Village right up the road, and the dinosaurs wanted to come out and visit all the kids, put some smiles on some faces. So we were all once this size, and just looking at how lifelike they are and everything, it's just awesome. I'm 21 years old, and I still look at these things and think they're awesome. So.
Finding unique ways to interact with the students and bring education alive in different ways shows the district making those early connections and memories. Oakview Middle School continues to innovate and find creative ways to be a progressive and impactful school. As a result, the school was designated as a school to watch, again, by the Institute for Excellence in Education organization.
I was able to come to your school in the fall and visit and see what happens here at your school. And I was very, very amazed. The things that I got to see, the things that I got to witness was all because of the hard work that your teachers do, that your administrators do, that your nurse, your counselors, all the adults in your lives are very, very good at what they do. As you get to influence each other, your web classmates get to influence you. They get to run an assembly today. And that's because of the hard work that all of you have put in all year long. You have common expectations. You have universal systems. You have things that work. And then you also include all the things that work for everybody else. This building is something special. I'm here today to present your school with a redesignation banner. A few years ago, your school was designated as a schools to watch. That's not like a trophy. It's not like a pennant that you hang from the stadium. This is a banner to say that this school, Oakview, is a school to watch. So as I was coming into your building today and getting ready for this assembly, there were teachers here from another district.
A significant part of Oakview's impact is the leadership group and web program where everybody belongs. That group planned the in-person assembly where the school was recognized. That included giving the administrators awards for appreciation. Then creating an interactive, fun environment which included students and teachers. While they showed off their dancing skills, including Miss Cutchin, with the students, everyone was reminded of the connection and community within Oakview Middle School. Over the past few decades, the Lake Orion High School Band has performed at Disney World in Florida and consistently rated as one of the top bands in the country. But they were offered a unique opportunity late in the school year to perform the national anthem prior to a Detroit Tigers game at Comerica Park. The band arrived early and warmed up in the hidden parts of the stadium, seeing the inner workings of the organization before taking to the field to honor our country. Director Michael Steele was appreciative to provide them this opportunity and to let the Metro Detroit community appreciate the Dragons' skill. While the COVID-19 pandemic created many unanticipated situations throughout the school district, one group was able to find some comfort in a setting that worked for their students. The Dragon Virtual program continued this school year for a few elementary students as they remained home, learning through the computer. That connection worked for those families throughout the school year and was capped by an in-person event in mid-June.
Definitely a camaraderie that we have in virtual for sure. Like, the kids have been wonderful. They've been able to make a lot of friends. Even though we're on the computer every day, they're still making friends and socializing, but they love the idea of being together and being able to do that in person, and they were super excited to be here for that today.
Gathering at Friendship Park in Lake Orion, the students and some of their family members created a marketplace to swap their goods and to take one of their lessons into the physical world.
Well, I thought of colors. First thing that comes to mind. And then my mom told me to think of that and since she saw these at Amazon. The tie-dye shirts, yes. Pencils, they came in a box. And slime, we put little charms in.
We are really excited to be in person together, all of our Dragon Virtual students, 2nd through 5th grade. We're getting to come together for a Market Day experience, which is a social studies project that we've been working on. And we're super excited that we get to do a graduation send-off for our 5th grade students. And then we get to do an in-person field day, which is amazing. So we get to do all of our gym activities that we've had to do virtual all year. The kids are incredibly excited, and we're happy that everybody can be here together in person.
Near the end of the school year, each school found ways to connect with the community, and at Orion Oaks, it was through a day of service.
We have probably about 16 or 18 activities planned, from making dog blankets, planting flowers for seniors at Pomeroy Center. We're doing birdhouses that we're going to donate either to Pomeroy Center or the Early Childhood Center. The 3- and 4-year-olds are coming over from early childhood, and they're going to paint rocks that they're going to take back and decorate their school with. Well, Mr. Tollerton came to us, former principal, and he got a group of us together, and he said, I'd like you guys to do some projects. We're going to put all the academics aside, and we need to focus on caring for other people. And I was on board from day one.
The array of projects allowed the students to find multiple ways to interact. The day extended well beyond just the service, as there was education from Orion Township Fire Department and a visit area with animals.
Day of service is fun because you get to decorate cups for the service, and you can make like smiley faces, stars, hearts. We did do cups, but we also picked up trash.
We're making blankets for dogs. We're making cards.
We're decorating the fence to help people who need it most.
The impact was appreciated across the state.
I understand today is your day of service, where you will be doing community service projects to help make Lake Orion a wonderful place to live. Now, some of you will be making dog blankets, put together friendship bracelets, or write cards to soldiers. And there's so many other things you're doing that will brighten someone else's day. As your governor, I want to say how proud I am of you for stepping up to serve your community. Choosing to take action in any way, big or small, to make the world a better place is impressive. I encourage you.
Thank you for watching throughout the school year. We look forward to seeing you again in the fall. Go Dragons!
Inside the Dragons is produced by the Lake Orion Community Schools in partnership with Orion Neighborhood Television. For up-to-date news and information about the Lake Orion Schools, visit our website at lakeorionschools.org and watch us on Comcast Educational Access Channel 22 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99.